In life, failure is inevitable. Some people fail in their careers, others stumble in love, and some even lose faith in themselves. But did you know that in the teachings of the Buddha, failure is not an enemy? Instead of seeing failure as an end, he teaches us to view it as a lesson, an opportunity to grow and discover the latent strength within ourselves. Today, we will explore 5 profound lessons from the Buddha's teachings, lessons that will help you become stronger after each stumble. Failure is a necessary lesson. In Buddhism, everything happens for a reason. Failure is not random, it's an opportunity for you to learn and correct your mistakes. The Buddha teaches that no detour in life is meaningless. Each failure is a step toward success. Let go of the ego. One of the biggest reasons we suffer when we fail is our inflated ego. We feel hurt because we did not achieve what we wanted. The Buddha reminds us that when you learn to let go of your ego, you will no longer fear or be hurt by success or failure. Calmness in the face of success and failure. In Buddhist teachings, everything is impermanent, including success and failure. The Buddha teaches that if you maintain a calm mind, undisturbed by praise or blame, gain or loss, you will find peace in every situation. The power of patience. Great success often does not come immediately but is the result of perseverance through failures. Buddhism teaches us that, like planting a seed, you need time and care for it to grow. Patience is the key to overcoming difficulties. Don't fear trying again. Finally, the Buddha emphasizes that failure does not define you, rather, how you rise and try again is what truly defines your worth. Each time you try again, you become stronger, wiser, and closer to your goals. These lessons are not just theory but serve as a guide for you to practice in life. Remember that failure is not the end but an opportunity to write a new chapter in your journey. Through this video, I hope you find inspiration, peace, and strength to face life's challenges. Before we begin, take a minute to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. This not only helps spread these meaningful lessons to more people but also motivates us to create even more valuable content. Let's explore right away. Lesson 1: Failure is a necessary lesson. Failure is an inseparable part of life. No matter who you are or what you do, you will face it at some point. But instead of fearing or feeling disheartened, Buddhism encourages us to view failure through a different lens. Failure is a necessary lesson, an opportunity to grow and improve. The Buddha taught that, whatever happens has its reason. This powerful message conveys that every experience, including failure, holds value if we know how to perceive and learn from it. Failure is not the end. In modern life, we often feel pressured by the expectation to succeed on the first try. However, if we look back at the lives of successful people, we see that they are not those who have never failed, but rather those who have learned to rise after each stumble. The Buddha emphasizes that failure is not a stopping point but a turning point for you to reassess yourself, adjust your direction, and find a more suitable path. Imagine you are climbing a mountain. You may slip, fall, or feel exhausted. But each time you fall, you have the chance to reflect on the path you've taken, learn from your mistakes, and prepare better for the next step. Life is the same. Failure is merely a temporary obstacle, and how you face it will determine whether you become stronger or give up. Failure is an opportunity to learn. Buddhism teaches that everything happens due to causes and conditions. If you fail, it is not a coincidence, it is part of the lesson you need to experience to grow. The important question is not, why did I fail, but what does this failure teach me? When you change how you view failure, you'll see that it offers you invaluable lessons. These might include lessons in patience, the importance of better preparation, or even learning to accept what is beyond your control. Remember, failure does not diminish your worth, on the contrary, it helps you understand more about yourself and your capabilities. Failure in Buddhist teachings. In the Buddhist scriptures, there is a famous story about the monk Angulimala. He was once a notorious murderer, but after encountering the Buddha and being enlightened by him, he completely transformed his life and became a virtuous monk. This story reminds us that even if you fail to be a good person, there is always a chance to amend and rise again. Failure is merely a phase, not your essence. How to turn failure into a teacher. Accept reality. The first thing to do when facing failure is to accept that it has happened. Instead of denying or blaming others, confront the issue directly. Buddhism teaches that when you accept reality, you will have the calmness needed to find a solution. Ask the right questions. After each failure, ask yourself, what led to my failure? What can I do differently to improve the outcome next time? These questions not only help you understand the reasons for your failure but also open up new approaches. Learn from others. Do not hesitate to seek support or learn from those who have faced similar situations. The Buddha often emphasized the importance of living in a community, sangha, to support each other. Listening to others' stories can help you view your failure from a new perspective. Act instead of complaining. After extracting the lessons, the most important thing is to take action. The Buddha said, only action creates change. Start with small steps, and gradually you will see improvement. Practical advice: write down your lessons from failure. A simple yet effective way to learn from failure is to keep a journal. After each failure, take time to sit down and write. You might start by answering the following questions. What did I expect? What was the actual outcome? What did I do well? What do I need to improve? What is the biggest lesson from this experience? Writing not only helps you organize your thoughts but also creates a valuable reference for similar situations in the future. Success from failure. Remember that every successful person has failed at some point. Steve Jobs was once fired from the very company he founded, but by learning from that failure, he returned and took Apple to great heights. In the history of Buddhism, many great teachers have also faced failures on their path to enlightenment, but through perseverance and learning, they achieved wisdom and liberation. Turning failure into a springboard. Failure is not to be feared, what matters is how you perceive and respond to it. The Buddha taught that life is a series of lessons, and failure is just one of them. Always remember that each time you stumble and rise again, you not only become stronger but also get closer to success. Starting today, whenever you encounter failure, write down a valuable lesson. This is not only a way for you to grow but also an act of gratitude for life itself. Lesson 2: Letting go of the ego. The ego, a familiar yet complex concept, is the source of much suffering in life. In Buddhism, the ego, or self, is seen as an illusion that causes people to cling to things that do not truly bring happiness. When faced with failure, the ego often makes us feel hurt, ashamed, or even lose confidence in ourselves. But the Buddha taught, when you let go, you will be free. Letting go of the ego does not mean abandoning self-worth but learning to free oneself from the constraints of unrealistic expectations, biases, and feelings of pride. This is the key to facing failure more gently, focusing on self-improvement, and moving forward. The ego causes suffering in failure. Recall your most recent failure. Did you feel like you lost face, were judged by others, or blamed yourself for not achieving your goal? This is an expression of the ego. The ego ties your self-worth to external outcomes like success, recognition, or fame. When you fail, you feel not only a sense of loss but also as if your entire self has been harmed. However, if viewed through the lens of Buddhist teachings, you will realize that these emotions are mere illusions. Your true value does not lie in whether you succeed or fail, but in how you learn and grow from those experiences. The Buddha teaches that when you stop clinging to the ego and erroneous judgments, you will feel much lighter and freer. Letting go to be free. Letting go of the ego does not mean giving up on all efforts or becoming indifferent to life. On the contrary, it is how you liberate yourself from unnecessary burdens. Like a person removing a heavy stone from their shoulders, when you let go of the ego, you walk more lightly, focusing more on the journey ahead rather than being haunted by past failures. The Buddha once said, "When you let go of what causes you suffering, you will find peace." This means that when you stop comparing yourself to others and cease trying to meet unrealistic expectations, you will become more comfortable with yourself. You will no longer allow failure to determine your self-worth. Instead, you will see it as an opportunity to learn and grow. Benefits of letting go of the ego. Reduce pressure and stress. When you stop trying to prove yourself or fear being judged by others, you will feel less pressure. This not only helps you face failure more easily but also brings mental peace. Focus on self-improvement. Instead of letting the ego drown you in disappointment, you can channel your energy into finding ways to do better. This helps you progress faster and more effectively. Improve relationships with others. When you let go of the ego, you will be less obsessed with thoughts like, I must be better than others, or I can't let them see me fail. This helps you build more genuine relationships, free from competition and comparison. Find inner peace. Letting go of the ego allows you to live in harmony with yourself and the world around you. You will no longer feel bound by external standards but will focus on what truly matters. Practicing letting go of the ego. Letting go of the ego is a journey, it's not something you can achieve instantly. Here are some practical ways to cultivate this. Remind yourself, I don't need to be perfect, I just need to try harder than yesterday. This simple yet powerful statement helps you alleviate pressure and focus on progress rather than perfection. Whenever you feel disappointed in yourself, repeat this phrase to remind yourself that your value is not dependent on your achievements. Accept that failure is a natural part of life. The Buddha teaches that everything is impermanent, including success and failure. When you understand that nothing lasts forever, you will find it easier to accept failure. Focus on the journey rather than the outcome. One reason the ego causes you suffering is that you focus too much on the final result. Change your perspective. Instead of only caring about achieving your goals, cherish the small steps along your journey. Practice mindfulness meditation. Meditation is an excellent method for becoming more aware of the ego and learning to let go. While meditating, you can observe your thoughts and emotions without judgment, gradually freeing yourself from the negative feelings brought on by the ego. Practical advice, daily reminders. To let go of the ego, you need to practice regularly. Every morning, take a few minutes to remind yourself that I don't need to be perfect, I just need to try harder than yesterday. My value does not depend on success or failure. Failure is not an enemy, but a teacher. Repeating these reminders not only helps you shift your mindset but also builds a strong attitude, ready to face any challenges. Letting go to move forward. The ego can be the biggest barrier when you fail. But if you learn to let go, you will not only feel lighter but also be able to advance further on your journey. Remember, letting go is not giving up, it is freeing yourself from unnecessary burdens to focus on what truly matters. Starting today, practice letting go of the ego every day and feel the difference in your life. Then, failure will no longer be something that makes you falter, but an opportunity for you to grow and become stronger. Lesson 3, a calm mind in the face of success and failure. In life, everyone experiences ups and downs, moments of glory due to success and times of sorrow from failure. However, the Buddha teaches that both success and failure are merely temporary states, like ripples on the surface of water. What matters most is how you face them. Maintaining a calm mind amid all events does not mean avoiding emotions or being indifferent to life, rather, it is about developing the ability not to be swept away by extreme emotions. Like a still lake, regardless of rain or shine, your mind will be clearer and more stable when you know how to maintain internal balance. Success or failure, all are impermanent. In Buddhist teachings, impermanence is one of the core principles. The Buddha teaches that everything in life is subject to change, nothing lasts forever. Today's success may turn into tomorrow's failure, and vice versa. Therefore, when you are overly joyful about success or deeply saddened by failure, you bind yourself to fleeting emotions. Remember, success does not define you. It is merely the result of effort in a specific circumstance. Failure does not diminish your value. It is just a lesson for you to better understand yourself and life. When you understand the impermanent nature of all things, you will find it easier to remain calm in the face of any upheaval, without being caught up in temporary emotions. How to keep your mind like still water. The Buddha once said, "Keep your mind like still water, undisturbed by storms." This is not just advice but also a practical lesson to help you face all challenges in life. A mind like still water means not becoming overly joyful when achieving something, as you understand that such joy will not last forever. Not becoming too sorrowful when losing something, as you know that suffering is also just a temporary state. This does not mean you do not feel joy or sorrow, but rather that you do not allow them to completely control your thoughts and actions. Benefits of a calm mind amid success and failure. Clarity of thought. When you are not caught up in extreme emotions, you will have a clearer and more objective view of the situation. This helps you make better decisions, regardless of your circumstances. Reduced stress and pressure. A calm mind is like a peaceful lake, undisturbed by turbulent waves. When you know how to maintain your calm, you will not feel overwhelmed by success or failure. Stability in life. A person with a calm mind is not easily influenced by external circumstances. They lead a stable and serene life, regardless of the events happening around them. Building better relationships. When you are not swayed by negative emotions, you will find it easier to empathize with and understand others, thereby building harmonious and lasting relationships. Practicing mindfulness meditation to maintain a calm mind. One of the most effective methods for developing a calm mind is practicing mindfulness meditation. This helps you observe your thoughts with awareness, without judgment, gradually letting go of negative emotions. 5-minute mindfulness meditation practice. Choose a quiet space. Find a place where you won't be disturbed, such as a corner of your room, a park, or even your desk. Sit in a comfortable position. You can sit on the floor, on a chair, or anywhere that feels comfortable. Keep your back straight but not tense. Focus on your breath. Gently close your eyes and pay attention to your breathing. Inhale deeply, feeling the air enter your body, then exhale slowly. Observe your thoughts. If your mind starts to wander, don't try to control it. Simply recognize it and gently bring your focus back to your breath. End with a positive reminder. When you finish meditating, remind yourself, success or failure are just moments, and I can overcome them all. Practical advice: maintain a calm mind every day. To develop a calm mind, you need to practice regularly. Here are some suggestions. Start your day with 5 minutes of mindfulness meditation to prepare your mind for any challenges that may arise. When faced with difficulties, ask yourself, will this matter in 5 years? This question can help reduce your stress. Take time to reflect on the impermanence of all things. This will help you become less attached to temporary conditions. Keep your mind like still water. Life will always have its storms and its calm days. But just like a peaceful body of water, your mind can maintain stability regardless of the circumstances. Practice a calm mind daily, and you will find that success or failure will no longer be sources of worry or hurt. As the Buddha taught, we cannot stop the storms, but we can learn to steer our boat through them. Lesson 4: The Power of Patience. In life, the most beautiful and meaningful things often do not come immediately. Just like a flower cannot bloom overnight, success and growth also require time to develop. Patience is the bridge that helps you overcome failure and move toward success. The Buddha once taught, do not expect everything to come at once, sow the seed and nurture it every day. Patience, the key to overcoming challenges. Failure is an essential part of the journey to success. But rather than letting failure deter you, remember that every small step brings you closer to your goals. The Buddha likened patience to planting a seed. When you plant a seed, you cannot expect it to sprout immediately. You need to care for it, water it, provide light, and wait. Success is the same. The benefits of patience in overcoming failure. Building inner strength. When you are patient, you learn to endure and overcome difficulties without giving up. Cultivating perseverance. Patience helps you continue to take action even when results have not yet appeared. Creating lasting results. Achievements gained through time and effort tend to be more enduring than those that come too easily. The power of patience in Buddhist teachings. In Buddhist teachings, patience is regarded as one of the valuable qualities to face adversity. The Buddha recounted stories from his own life. He endured years of asceticism, facing hunger and pain, yet remained steadfast on the path to truth. This story reminds us that achieving something worthwhile requires patience and perseverance. How to cultivate patience. Change your perspective on failure. View failure as a natural part of life, not something to fear. Accepting that failure is a necessary step will give you more strength to keep trying. Focus on the process, not just the outcome. Success is not the final destination but the process of growth and development. When you focus on each step taken, the journey becomes more meaningful. Remind yourself of the bigger goals. In difficult times, recall the reasons you started. This will help you maintain motivation and patience to continue. Practical advice: set small daily goals. An effective way to cultivate patience is to break larger goals into smaller ones and focus on completing them step by step. Practical examples. If your goal is to learn a new skill, instead of trying to master everything in a week, aim to practice for 10 minutes each day. If you are working on a large project, create a list of smaller tasks to complete each day. The benefits of setting small goals. You will find it easier to start and maintain action. Each small goal completed will give you a sense of achievement, providing motivation. Small steps will gradually lead to significant progress, which you may not notice immediately but will become evident over time. Patience is action, not passive waiting. Many people confuse patience with sitting back and hoping things will improve naturally. However, true patience is a combination of consistent action and the belief that your efforts will yield results. Remember the saying, water wears away stone. It is the persistent, small actions repeated daily that create significant change. The image of a flower slowly blooming. Imagine watching a flower gradually bloom in the morning sun. The blooming process is a perfect testament to patience. The flower does not rush or hurry, it grows naturally at its own pace. Are the same. Each individual has their own journey and growth rate. Do not compare yourself to others, focus on your own path. Patience is the path to success. The power of patience not only helps you overcome failure but also brings you closer to your grand goals in life. Remember that everything requires time to develop and mature. As the Buddha taught, sow the seed, nurture it every day, and believe that the right timing will yield sweet fruit. Therefore, do not be discouraged when facing difficulties. Instead, be patient, take one step at a time, and you will be amazed at your true strength and potential. Lesson 5, don't be afraid to try again. When faced with failure, many people feel afraid to try again. They fear failing once more, doubt their abilities, and worry about the judgments of others. But Buddha taught, no one achieves greatness without stumbling. Failure is only frightening if you let it stop you. What truly matters is your courage to try again, to stand up, and to continue on your journey. Trying again, an act of courage. When you try again, it's not just an action, it's a declaration of your resilience. It shows that you won't let failure define you. Trying again doesn't mean ignoring past mistakes, rather, it means learning from them to become better. Buddha often told the story of a farmer planting rice. When the first seeds didn't sprout, the farmer didn't give up. He replanted, tried different care methods, and eventually reaped a bountiful harvest. This teaches us that trying again is the path to success. Why are we afraid to try again? Fear of failure stems not only from the pain of failing but also from other psychological barriers. Fear of judgment. You worry about how others will perceive you if you fail again. Feelings of exhaustion. Failure can leave you feeling drained and demotivated. Self-doubt. You question whether you are capable of achieving your desires. But remember, each time you try again, you are stronger than before. Every failure brings valuable lessons, and these lessons will guide you closer to success. Benefits of trying again. Gaining experience. Each attempt helps you learn what works and what doesn't. Building confidence. Overcoming fear and taking action makes you feel stronger. Increasing chances of success. Those willing to try again have a higher likelihood of achieving their goals compared to those who give up. Cultivating persistence. Each retry is a practice in resilience and fortitude. How to overcome fear and try again. Change your perspective on failure. View failure as a natural companion on your journey. Instead of seeing it as a sign of inadequacy, consider it a valuable lesson needed for progress. Ask yourself, what will I lose if I don't try again? This question helps you realize the worth of taking action. If you don't try again, you'll never know if you could succeed. You'll miss opportunities to learn, grow, and achieve your desires. Break down goals. One reason people hesitate to try again is that their goals seem overwhelming. Instead, break them down into manageable steps. Completing small tasks will boost your confidence. Reflect on past successes. Recall times when you overcame challenges and achieved goals. This reminds you of your ability to face obstacles, as long as you don't give up. Inspirational story, the spider and the lesson of perseverance. There is a famous story about a king who had to flee after losing a battle. In the cave where he hid, he saw a spider trying to weave its web. The spider failed multiple times but never gave up. Eventually, it succeeded. This story inspired the king to return to the battlefield and fight again. This time, he won. The story reminds us that failure is not the end but a stepping stone to success. Practice advice. Try again with better preparation. Reassess past failures. Take time to analyze what happened. Identify the reasons for your failure and think of ways to rectify them. Create a new plan. Change your strategy or approach to trying again. Ensure you are better prepared than before. Remind yourself of your goals. Write down your goals and why you want to achieve them. This will help you maintain motivation when feeling discouraged. Take action immediately. Don't let fear control you. Start taking action, even if it's just a small step. Visualize climbing a mountain. Imagine you are climbing a mountain. Each time you fail and try again, you get a little closer to the summit. Although the path is difficult, every step is worthwhile. Success doesn't come from never failing but from never giving up. Buddha taught that the persistent will overcome all adversities. Dare to try again. Trying again is a testament to your strength and courage. Don't let the fear of failure hinder your progress. Remember, each time you try again, you move closer to success. As the famous saying goes, you only truly fail when you give up. So be brave and try again, for the greatest things await you ahead. The journey of rising up. Life, like a river, has its calm moments and turbulent waves. We cannot avoid challenges, but how we face them is what matters. Failure, though painful, is not a stopping point but a stepping stone to discovering your inner strength. Buddha taught that perseverance and compassion are the lights that illuminate your path. Each stumble is an opportunity to learn, grow, and become the best version of yourself. Ask yourself, how have I become stronger after each challenge? Conclusion. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Your presence motivates us to continue sharing meaningful lessons from Buddhism with everyone. If you found today's insights helpful, please take a minute to like and subscribe to the Life Lessons channel. Don't forget to turn on notifications so you won't miss any videos in the journey of exploring inner peace and happiness. Each time you share this video, you not only help us spread positive values but may also change someone's life. Please leave a comment about the lesson that resonated with you the most, or share your story. We look forward to hearing your thoughts and creating a positive, loving community together. Inspiration to move forward. As we conclude this video, I want you to remember one thing: failure is not the enemy. It is a friend that teaches us how to stand firm. Stay confident and keep moving forward. Because you, with perseverance and courage, can create wonders in your life. See you in the next video on life lessons, where we explore secrets to living happily and fully. When facing adversity, remember that you are not alone. Millions around the world are also striving to overcome their own challenges. What connects us is the spirit of perseverance and the belief that tomorrow will be better than today. Remind yourself. You don't need to be perfect, just strive to be better than yesterday. Success is not the destination, it's the journey. No matter how long it takes, every step forward is worthwhile. If today you feel tired or lost, take a moment to rest. Breathe deeply, find peace within, and when ready, keep moving forward. Trust that you are stronger than you think, and ahead lie countless opportunities for you to shine.